A few weeks ago I was doing a beach clean with my family and we were at a beach called Ox Bay, which is just up the estuary, and we found these water balloons which were all over the beach, as well as a lot of other marine litter as well, and we were there for an hour and we found 98 water balloons. So it just kind of highlighted to me that there was a big problem in terms of this was something that was deliberately thrown into the sea. But Salcombe in particular, we rely on tourism for our industry. Even people on land, the fishing industry, we all rely on these waters being pristine, and I think we've all got a responsibility to keep them that way, really. So I discovered there was an amazing campaign called Kids Against Plastic, which was set up by two sisters, Amy and Ella, who are 11 and 13. I've got a 6-year-old daughter, Ella, who has been helping me with this, and basically the idea is to approach businesses, so cafes, restaurants, hotels, pubs, who are doing amazing things in terms of thinking responsibly about single-use plastics. So the key target areas are things like plastic carrier bags, straws, drinking bottles, and the lids you put on takeaway coffee cups. Ella and I go and chat to the business owner, so for example the manager of a hotel or the owner of a pub, and we assess what they're doing already and possibly suggest other things they could do. For example, instead of having plastic straws on the bar, they could possibly hide them away, and if people really ask for them they can supply them, but it's not an automatic response every time they serve a drink. And then if they meet certain criteria, and most people are really keen to do that, we will award them with a certificate and a sticker for their front window to show that they are being plastic clever. And we're hoping that as we raise awareness, more and more people will look out for that sticker and understand what it means. Nothing we're doing is very complicated. It's really, really simple. If a 6-year-old girl can do it with me, then there's nothing tricky about it. The beauty of the whole campaign is that we're celebrating people who are doing amazing things, and kind of showing them off, really.
Being primarily takeaways, we produce a lot of rubbish. And being on beaches, we were conscious, even 20 years ago, that there were significant problems building up in the oceans with plastic in the water and the fact that it didn't biodegrade for hundreds, maybe thousands of years. I think there is a natural reticence on behalf of the public to make steps themselves, to do a lot, although it has changed and is changing, and some of that's forced by plastic bag taxes and things like that. And I do feel there should be more taxes on plastic rather than, it shouldn't just be bags, it should be all sorts of, anything plastic should have a tax on. It's crazy that a plastic bottle costs half the cost of a can. We need to change the price mechanics of the market. From a business perspective, it's probably doubling the cost of the cup, so it seems like a huge increase. But because of that, it's cheaper than the coffee and cheaper than the milk and all the other things that make up a cup of coffee, you can recover the cost. And that's basically what we've done. Research has always shown that customers will support and more likely to return to businesses that they feel are taking environmental responsibilities sensibly. You've got to look at your conscience. You've got to, in your heart, say to yourself, am I happy creating more and more of a problem in the world? Do I want my legacy to be one of positive impact, or do I want it to be part of the problem? Do I want my children to suffer the consequences of my actions for the sake of a few pence? I think not.